Hey guys, gonna be doing some just weekly vlogs of wrenching and kind of whatever we got going on. Putting away sleds right now. Just figured I'd talk about kind of what we do when we get sleds ready for the summer and how we kind of store them. Everybody's got their own way of doing it, so I was just gonna show you how we do it, or talk about how we do it, I guess. So just getting the 4-stroke here ready to be put away. So I like to store ours with about 90% full tank of gas. That way everything in the gas tank is kind of submerged in gas and it's not going to dry rot over the summer or anything weird. Usually run about a 4-to-1 mix of 91 and 100. That 100 just kind of helps it a little bit. And then put about 1/3 of a can of seafoam in there. And then run it for about 5-10 minutes with that mix in there. And then just start it once a month and just get it on the jack stand and get it up to operating temp and just kind of run it. That just keeps everything moving around so it doesn't sit in the same spot over the summer. So we've done that on all of our EFI sleds for the past, I don't know how many years, and never had an issue. So that's kind of our summer storage routine. And I guess another thing we kind of do with all the ball joints and everything, like in the linkage for the sway bar and A-arm mounts and everything, we just kind of give everything like just a little once over of WD-40 just to put some kind of oily film on it to just keep it oiled over the summer kind of. So that's another just little tidbit we do. So
but yeah, here's a good video.
Well, March 26th. Dad is getting the new bushing put in the ZRT here. Look at that exhaust. So, he said this is the stock bushings that were in there. No bueno. So we went with a much bigger, beefier one. That should work way better. Should probably do it to both sides though.
Yeah, I bought 10 bushings. So.
Huh. Yeah, that should be more gooder. But now we need to order some spindle bushings. Those are kind of shot as well.
Total in play there.
Well, with this recent snow we got, our dirt work stuff is kind of on hold right now, just waiting for it to dry back out again. So we're back in the garage here. I'm gonna kind of put a new chain and sprockets on my dirt bike while we're waiting for our suspension back from VS3. So that's kind of what we're tinkering with today. Dad got that ZRT done, so that's nice. So just kind of plugging away on normal garage work today. So we are kind of cheap here. So just to start the season off, we got some of the essentials: chain and sprockets, and some oil filters, some new grips. Vince was giving me hell on our last ride in the woods that the front sprocket wasn't going to last much longer. And yeah, it wasn't about another ride here at home that all the teeth were gone for me. So we just we try to get our money's worth out of the chain and sprockets. Rear one, yeah, it's showing some wear too. So, and the chain is kind of stiff, but that's just from sitting all winter now. So, but 97 hours on the old girl now. She was put away with a clean air filter and a fresh oil change, so she's ready to go. Well, yeah, the chain should not bend like that. So got our use out of that one. Got our use out of that front sprocket. So new stuff going on. Well, being we were this far with taking the chain and sprockets off and having that rear shock out for Vince, figured we'd take the linkage apart and grease it and everything, and swing arm, and I'm glad we did, because yeah, it was pretty stuck. It needed grease bad, so should have done it sooner. Well, finally got the parts for the dirt bike. Dad's got the Polaris in here, cleaned it all up, ready for storage for the summer. That's going to be pretty fun to do a little bit more testing and tuning with come next year. So got the 440 over here, getting ready for storage. Getting a new seat cover for this one for next year. It's pretty ratty looking now, but hopefully we have all of our issues fixed with this one. So we got a new chain guide, new chain roller, linkage, swing arm. Should be able to put it all back together today and just wait for our suspension from VS3. Maybe ride next weekend, who knows? All back together and plumb full of grease. Get that cleaned up a little bit. Get the swing arm back on. Well, swing arm, linkage, all grease, put back together. Should be good for about another 100 hours, I'd say. Probably won't go that long on this next one. Probably at the end of this next season or next spring. So she was stuck. I'm glad I did that.
Snowmobile is right there. Right on the inside.
Well, April 10th, finally getting the last few sleds put away for the summer. This video, just a mashup of kind of how to summarize your sled kind of tips and working on dirt bike stuff and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, just to finish out the snowmobile season of vlogs. We had a few people ask if the Gen 2 is still for sale or not. After putting these pipes on there, not for sale anymore. We'll keep it. And then now in ditch banger mode, Dad doesn't know if he wants to leave it in ditch banger or maybe set it back up for the ice and see what the twin pipes will do.
Probably going to be a ditch banger sled with a 1.5 inch track in it.
Oh, sure.
And we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. So ended up getting our forks and shock bolted up after we got those back from Vince. Actually going riding this weekend up at Brooks to be able to try them out. So we're really looking forward to that. And so kind of one of the last projects in here. We talked about the seat being pretty ratty. So Dad ordered a Amazon or eBay seat cover. Definitely better than what was on there. So, but with that old foam being kind of distorted, you can see it. Dad said it didn't quite seal up the way he wanted it to, but yeah, definitely looks better than the ripped up one. So that'll be nice for next year. And Dad's got the quad all prepped and ready to go for this weekend as well. So,
well, this thing should be all ready to go for next year.
So I gave people some tips on storing the EFI sleds. What do you do to these carbureted sleds?
Carbureted sleds are half a can of seafoam in the gas, run it for a while, shut it off, drain the carburetors. So there's no gas in the carburetors at all, but everything else has been mixed. So.
Yeah. And then you fog it too, or?
Yeah, it's fogged.
Yeah. Ready for next winter. What do you think of your new seat cover?
The seat cover didn't turn out exactly like I wanted it, but it turned out pretty good.
Better than what was on there.
Way better than what was on there.
Yeah.
It's hard to get it to match because it's not an actual factory one.
Yeah.
But it did come out of Canada, which I was really surprised.
The green in the camera makes it look a little more discolored than the green hood, but in person it matches more than the camera is making it look match. Well, been putting this off all winter. My two-place trailer. Earlier this fall, before we had the enclosed trailer, we had 4 two-place trailers. Both tires, old rims, leaking. Went and picked up a whole new tire rim set. Only $10 more for the tire rim at Fleet. So getting these on. Been putting this off all winter. So, and Grease Circ actually took grease. So I was stoked on that too. Well, we didn't know if we were going to use the trailer during the summertime or maybe store some sleds in it, but no, we're going motoing with it, right, Dad?
We're using it. Definitely.
Yeah. Probably a little cool day, kind of some drizzle out right now, going up to Brooks. Trailer's going to work out mint. So, getting ready to leave. But you see way down there, there's an Arctic cat crate. She took off in the wind on us this winter. Been meaning to go get it, waiting for it to dry up now. So if anybody wants an Arctic cat crate, it's down there in the ditch north of Gonvik. So just to finish this kind of thrown together video out, just gonna record a few things here and there of us at the track today, of us on the track and kind of what we're wrenching on while we're at the track, being the first ride of the year. So that'll be kind of it for the rest of this video. So the brand new 6D sand right away. Didn't crash though. Well, done with the first moto here. Shout out VS3 Suspension. Came in, made a few clicks, went 3 clicks slower on front forks and rear shock for rebound, and then 3 clicks softer on the front forks. Just first ride of the year. Felt a little sharp, but as we get faster, it'll go back to a little stiffer. So felt good though. Our buddy Tori's here. First ride of the year, how'd it feel?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Now if only Kyle was here.
Right? Need to get out here.
Yep. Dad's getting ready for quad moto.
Yeah, it's practice, but it might feel like a race.
Just try to win practice.
Yeah.
Well, any good first moto? Need some bead locks.
Came off on the inside. How does that happen?
Well, a lot of people here, they've split it into motos, doing some short, like 12, 13-minute sprints. That first one, we had an average heart rate of 184 with a max of 204 of pushing it and not breathing correctly and hanging on too tight. So it's nice to see the heart rate get up there though, but I didn't want it to get up there that high and that fast. So other than that though, going pretty good, having fun. The strawberry blonde baby boy.
I can't get my zipper out.
Gained too much weight in the off season.
Yeah.
What are you going enduroing today or what?
Yeah. Mike's the other one's still in pieces, so
Oh.
we're riding this one today.
Josh Gerbrat, Jag Auto Body, future owner. Well, first day at the track, a success. Never hit the ground, so that's pretty much the success of it. No riding clips of myself or Dad. We're going so mediocrely slow. It's not something you want to brag about. So no riding clips, right, Dad?
Nope. Slow.
But so yeah, that's kind of this is the last little bit of snowmobile stuff I had, and then just kind of whatever we were doing here these last few weeks to throw a video together. So thanks again everybody that followed us along all winter and everything. Probably be doing just some dirt bike videos here and there on YouTube, Facebook throughout the summer, and then kind of go into next winter again. So yeah, thanks again everybody watching, liking, subscribing, really appreciate it. Listen to the Shop Talk podcast, right Dad?
Yep.
So, all right, thanks again.